Panasonic, the heart of your system.
Hello, Briony here from Kit Guru, and this is my review of the Cooler Master MH752 gaming headset. It's going to retail for in the UK at around £95, and then in the US that'll convert to about $99. So I'm actually going to start off talking about the packaging of this headset. It's not something that I normally do, but I actually thought the packaging was above average. So yeah, it comes really nicely packaged. You get like this box here, which is just like a standard box that you expect to get with pretty much any headset. But on the inside, it had like this really nice, it's like a hard cardboard box, and it's got this lid on it that you sort of like lift off. Oh, if I can get it off. And then it's like purple on the inside. I'm not sure if that's upside down. It is upside down. And I just thought it was really nicely packaged. I think it would definitely make a good gift, like Christmas is coming up. It's like the beginning of November now, so it's time to start thinking about that sort of thing. And I definitely think that, yeah, the packaging stood out to me as being quite nice anyway. In the box, you obviously get the headset itself. You also get a 3.5mm to 3.5mm cable. You get a USB sound card because this headset does have 7.1 surround sound, and then you also get quite a nice little carry pouch. It's like a velvety pouch that you can take with you if you're going to be taking the headset around with you. I thought that was quite a nice little addition you don't often get with headsets. And then you also get a little booklet as well. It's for the MH751 and the 752. The 752 is the 7.1 surround sound version, and that's the one I'm taking a look at in this video. It is a multi-platform gaming headset, so it has a 3.5mm jack that you can use on pretty much any device, so like your mobile phone, Nintendo Switch, etc. And then, like I said, it does have 7.1 surround sound, and you get that when you use the USB DAC controller. So you plug the jack into that, and then you plug this into your PC using USB to get the full 7.1 surround experience. I think that it has quite a small footprint for a gaming headset. Often they can be quite sort of like giant and cumbersome and not very portable at all, but this one is actually quite small and lightweight, and it does sort of fold down flat, so you can easily get it into that velvety pouch, making it quite portable if you want to take it with you on the go. And aesthetically, I do think it is really appealing. It's not really that exciting to look at, but it's actually what I really like about this headset. It doesn't look like your traditional gaming headset. Once you remove the microphone, you end up with like a really good looking pair of headphones that I certainly wouldn't be embarrassed to wear in public, unlike some gaming headsets that can be quite like big and clunky, and they've got like flashy RGB lighting and things. But these look very sleek and stylish. The body is all sort of like a black finish. It's like various sort of textures but black, and then it does have these very nice sort of like titanium color accents, which I really like, and it does look very like stylish and classy, which is unusual for a gaming headset. The logos, the Cooler Master logos, you wouldn't really notice it being a logo. It actually looks like a neat little design feature. It's the same sort of like titanium silver color, and there's one on each ear cup, and it doesn't have their name or anything. It is just like their little, I don't know, hexagonal shape. They've got it on like the power buttons on their cases and things, but yeah, it doesn't look over the top. There's no sort of branding on the headband or anything. They just look like a really good pair of headphones that I certainly would quite happily wear in public. Even though there is quite a lot of plastic going on alongside like the metal accents, I do actually think it looks and feels like a very premium headset. The finish on the ear cups is very nice. Most of them are sort of like coated in a like soft touch matte black finish material. I've seen it on other products, like I've seen it on mice before and definitely other headsets. I really like it. It stops the headset feeling like that sort of like horrible cheap plasticky sort of texture. This ear cup, like the large portion of the ear cup is like a textured plastic, but it doesn't feel like cheap and glossy. And there's also got this like little ring around it as well that sort of blends nicely. I think it is a very nice overall design. I particularly like the sort of like faux leather they've used on the headband and on each ear cup as well. I think it really does add to like the overall design aesthetic. It's very soft and nice, and it does like continue to make this headset feel like a premium headset, which is definitely what you want. Both of the cables that come with this headset are braided and they're quite heavy duty as well, which I do really like. I prefer the aesthetics of a braided cable and also think they're probably going to last a bit longer as well. This cable here, the 3.5 millimeter to 3.5, it is 1.5 meters in length, so it's a good length, and it actually comes with a really neat little mechanism. When you plug it into the bottom of the headset, you actually twist it and that locks it into place or unlocks it. So it means that the cable is definitely not going to come out, but it also means that it's replaceable as well. So if you want a longer cable, or if for some reason this cable breaks, it doesn't mean you have to get rid of the entire headset, which I do quite like. The second cable that comes with this headset is once again 1.5 meters in length, so in total you get 3 meters of cable, which I think should be plenty for most people. It's the 7.1 DAC USB connector sound card thing. Basically is what gives this headset its 7.1 surround sound. So it's got a button on there that you can toggle the surround sound on and off. You can also adjust the volume. You can adjust the volume on the microphone as well, and then you've also got a little switch to mute and unmute the microphone. I'm not normally a huge fan of inline controls on a headset because I find that they can sort of like get in the way and they're just a bit awkward. But with this particular inline controls, I actually think that it does make sense. Cooler Master have put a little clip on the back so you can sort of attach it onto maybe the waistband of your jeans, or clip it somewhere near your computer, so it stops it sort of like doing that thing where it flies around your desk and gets in the way, and you always know where it is so you can easily adjust the volume or toggle the surround sound. And also, I think Cooler Master have obviously aimed this headset at people that might want to switch between using on their phone and their PC on like a regular basis, because it is very lightweight, it folds up easily, and it goes in that little pouch, and of course it comes with this cable, the 3.5 millimeter cable, so you can easily use it on your phone, and because of that, I don't think like having controls on the headset would make too much sense, because when you're using it with your phone, those controls probably aren't going to work, and therefore you've just got buttons on the headset that are kind of like pointless and not really there for any other reason than to add weight. So I think it does make sense to have inline controls on this particular headset, and the addition of the clip makes them quite nice to use as well. The overall build quality of this headset feels pretty good to me as well. Even though it does have quite a lot of plastic going on, it does feel very sturdy and well built. It is quite a lightweight headset, but I think it could definitely survive a few drops. Like the adjustable headband bit here, that is coated, like reinforced with metal, I guess, so it does make it a little bit stronger. It is a very, very flexible headset, and I'm quite happy doing that. It doesn't feel like it's going to break it all. So even though it's got quite a bit of plastic going on, it is quite lightweight. I definitely think it can survive a hard life of being thrown around. I've had this headset for a little while, so I've definitely been like testing out while gaming, listening to music and things, and I have been wearing it for quite long periods of time, and I did find it to be really, really comfortable. It doesn't pinch too tightly on my head. I do have a bit of a smaller head, but I had no problems with it sort of like gripping too tightly. But it does actually stay on really well. I have my music turned up quite loud, and I like to dance like really stupidly and like shake my head around and stuff, but it actually gripped on really well. I have had headsets I've tested in the past that seem like they would slide off really easily, but with this one it doesn't pinch too tightly, but it has enough grip as well, so I did really like that. It also has a wide range of adjustability, so if you have a larger head or a more normal size head than me, you can slide out these little sliders all the way out, and it has loads and loads of flex to it as well, so I think it's going to suit pretty much anyone. Also the ear cups, they do rotate, so they go slightly forwards, and they also go all of the way back, and then they also sort of like twist inwards and outwards as well. So I think no matter what head shape you have, you're going to be able to put them in a comfortable spot, and they're going to sit like nice and flush to your head. Also, the ear cups themselves are a good size. They easily fit over my ears. There's no sort of like weird pinching. The foam is very nice and soft and squishy. I even sort of like put the headset on and squished it like as hard as I could up against my head, as if like I was asleep or something, and I don't have any problems even smushing it that hard. So if you had the headset like really stretched out and it was like pushing into your head quite hard, I really don't think you'd have any problems, because each of the ear cups is quite deep, so there's still quite a lot of clearance, so that you don't have like the hard drivers pushing up against your ear. But in general, yeah, a very comfortable headset with a lot of adjustability, which is really what you want. So now on to the sound that I got from these headphones. What I can say, I was actually really impressed. I've been using them for a little while to sort of like play games and listen to music. I do think they sound really good. I'm not like a crazy audiophile, but I've definitely tried out a few headsets now, and these are up there with like one of the best headsets that I've tried, especially at this price point as well. I think for the sound you get, obviously £100 isn't a cheap headset, but I think they could easily be a more expensive headset as well. Listening to music, everything comes through really nice and clearly, and the default profile is quite well balanced. There is the option in the software, you can actually tweak the bass and the treble. I actually like turn the bass up slightly. I like a little bit more bass, and then I thought, wow, these sound like so good. I really like that feature, because obviously everyone has like slightly different taste, and it's really nice that you can quickly tweak it in the software, and there is like an immediate noticeable difference. When it came to the 7.1 surround sound, when I was listening to music, I actually toggled it off because I didn't really like how it made my music sound. It did create quite a bit of distortion that I didn't really like. However, when it came to gaming, the 7.1 surround sound definitely makes sense. It makes like explosions and gunshots like really immersive. You definitely feel like you're in the game. For me though, I didn't really like it for listening to music. When you like toggle it on and off, there is definitely a noticeable difference. You sort of get the feeling that you're like listening to the music with headphones, and then when you toggle it on, it's almost as if you're like surrounded by the sounds around you. So it definitely makes sense for gaming, and you don't really notice the sort of like underwater distortion in games. But when listening to music, I do recommend toggling it off, which is thankfully very easy to do because of that like inline control. If you don't think you're going to get much use out of the 7.1 surround sound, there is of course the MH751 version of this headset. It's pretty much the same headset, it just doesn't have the surround sound. So if you are like just going to listen to music and you're not really going to use the headset for that much gaming, it is actually about £20 cheaper. But if you do like to play a lot of games and you want to feel like really immersed, I do think the extra money for the 7.1 surround is probably worth it. So I'm now talking using the microphone on the MH752 headset, and to me it is a very nice microphone. It feels very well built. It's got the same sort of like soft finish that the rest of the headset has in certain areas, like the soft matte touch finish. It has a good flexibility to it, so you can move it into a good position and it stays there as well. It's easily removable, so you can easily take it out if you want to just use it as a pair of headphones. And also it does sound quite good, so it comes through at a good volume. You can easily adjust it using the inline controls. If it is too loud or too quiet, you can turn it up or down, and also you can adjust it using the software as well. It doesn't mention sort of anywhere in the specifications of this headset that the microphone has any sort of like noise cancelling, but it does seem to block out a decent amount of background noise. Like if I type on my like noisy mechanical keyboard, you can probably hear that it doesn't actually pick up too much of like the surrounding background noise. That's definitely going to help when you're talking to people online. You shouldn't annoy them too much. So the software on this headset works with PC, and as far as I know, you can just download it from the Cooler Master website. I think I have got an early version of the software, as it does look like the picture is sort of like cut off, so I imagine that Cooler Master will probably update it. I've just probably got like an early review sample of the software at the moment, but I imagine it will probably look pretty much the same. So it has options to turn the surround sound on and off. It's very easy to like edit sound profiles, and there's loads of different equalizer settings. Over here you've got volume levels, so you can adjust the microphone and the sound, and then you've also got sliders to adjust the amount of bass and the amount of treble. I have added a little bit of extra bass, like I said, but in general I do think that the software does work well, and it does provide a good amount of customization for PC users. So overall, what do I think of the Cooler Master MH752 headset? I think they have done a really good job. I think it's a great headset. It's very attractive to look at. It has this like stylish, classy, sleek design that you don't normally get with a gaming headset. And if you remove the microphone, you can easily take it with you and you've got a good pair of headphones. So you almost get like a 2-in-1. The 7.1 surround sound is my only real issue. It does sound a little bit distorted. You don't really notice when you're gaming, but obviously you want to toggle it off when you're listening to music. But in general, the sound quality is very good. I was impressed. The microphone also sounds good. I think the Cooler Master have basically taken the money you're spending on this headset and put it into the things that matter. You haven't got any like crazy flash RGB lighting, just get like a pretty plain but attractive, good sounding headset, which is what you want. Well, what most people want anyway. Looking for a headset around like the £90 price point, then the Cooler Master MH752 is definitely one to consider. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you look down the bottom of the video, you will see a subscribe button. Please hit that and also hit the bell icon as well, and you'll get a notification every time a new video goes live.